The 49ers just finished day one of mandatory minicamp. Here's who stood out. The good, defensive end Leonard Floyd. He recorded a sack on 3rd and 8 when lined up across from Colton McKivitz. More on him in a minute. Floyd beat him with ease, then casually celebrated the sack with his teammates and coaches on the sideline as if beating McKivitz is nothing to get too excited about, but a sack is a sack, so why not strut? Floyd clearly is the best edge rusher the Niners have ever had opposite Nick Bosa, even better than Dee Ford, who always was hurt. Defensive coordinator Nick Sorensen. He called some 3rd down blitzes and pressures that involved nickelbacks and safeties, which is something former defensive coordinator Steve Wilks rarely did last year. It seems like the 49ers pass rush will be more exotic and sophisticated this year than last year. Wide receiver Ricky Pearsall. He hasn't beaten any of the Niners starting cornerbacks yet, but he has destroyed their backups, including Samuel Womack. More on him in a minute. Those two were matched up frequently today, and Womack couldn't cover him. Pearsall is extremely shifty if he gets a free release at the line of scrimmage. He doesn't necessarily play with the 4.4 speed that he displayed at the combine, meaning he's not a threat to run by cornerbacks on fade routes. But he's quite good running all the short and intermediate routes and the deep comebacks and crossers. He even beat Renardo Green with the quick out route for a 7-yard gain on 3rd and 5. Nickelback Renardo Green. He gave up one 1st down catch to Pearsall, but shut down Jawan Jennings. More on him in a minute. Including once in the end zone. Green is extremely sticky in coverage, and Jennings simply couldn't shake him. Linebacker D. Winters. He intercepted Brandon Allen. More on him in a minute. In the end zone while covering Eric Sobert, man-to-man. Winters ran the route for him, turned his head around, made the catch, and then returned it for a long gain. He looks much better than he did last year as a rookie. Tight end Eric Sobert. He caught a touchdown pass from Joshua Dobbs in the red zone while newly signed Logan Thomas watched from the sideline because he doesn't know the offense just yet. Sobert clearly is a better blocker than Thomas and might play more than him because of that. Running back Jordan Mason. He caught a touchdown pass from Brock Purdy in the red zone. Mason is an exceptional runner, but he also has developed into a terrific route runner who almost never drops the ball, as opposed to Elijah Mitchell. More on him in a minute. The not so good. Wide receiver Jawan Jennings. He beat Samuel Womack for a catch, who didn't, but couldn't beat rookie Renardo Green. To be fair, Jennings usually struggles in camp. He's a gamer who thrives off the violence of football, which doesn't exist in minicamp. Running back Elijah Mitchell. He caught a pass in the flat while he was standing out of bounds. He ran a swing route too wide, stopped with both feet beyond the sideline where he eventually caught a check down from Brock Purdy. Players on the defense immediately laughed at Mitchell, who was oblivious to what he had done. He's by far the worst receiver of all the running backs. Right tackle Colton McKivitz. He couldn't block Leonard Floyd one-on-one during team drills. I'm guessing the 49ers won't match up those two against each other much this offseason because Floyd only will hurt McKivitz's confidence, or what's left of it. Quarterback Brandon Allen. He took all the second-team reps and threw an interception directly to linebacker D. Winters during 7-on-7s in the red zone, which means there was no pass rush. Allen still forced a pass into tight coverage and got picked. He's also the least accurate and least decisive of the 49ers' 3 quarterbacks. Joshua Dobbs gets rid of the ball much quicker despite being on the team for just a couple months. Cornerback Samuel Womack. He started at right cornerback because Trevarius Ward, Diamador Lenore, and Ambry Thomas all didn't practice. And Womack couldn't cover anyone. He is not an NFL cornerback. He's a soon-to-be street free agent. Running back Isaac Garendo. He's the only running back who slipped and fell face first during a carry. Garendo has done that more than once in front of the media this offseason. He doesn't seem to know where the holes will be.